Peace. Peace, y'all. Welcome to Tarot Class Live. These are not messages, but when I was learning tarot, when I was getting the hang of things, getting in the swing of things, learning my ropes, I always said I would come on and teach. And one of the methods I use is I just shuffle the card and, we go from there, you know, in teaching. You know what I'm saying? So these are not messages, but I'm going to be covering a few cards in basic meat and potatoes style. The first card we got is the Eight of Pentacles. This is a working card. This card speaks of work, diligence. It could speak of apprenticeship. Okay, fulfilling and enjoying your work, doing what you love and loving what you do. That's a Virgo energy. That's a Sun in Virgo energy. That's a Sun in Virgo energy in the Virgo face, because every sign has three deacons, every zodiac sign, and this is the first deacon of Virgo. So it's the Virgo face of Virgo, working, and enjoying what you do at the same time. Next card, meaning, we got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is always like a walking away energy, seeking a higher path, moving on is what I hear a lot of times when this card comes out. Having a change of heart. This is the type of card that comes out when the querent looked at the grass in another yard, metaphorically speaking, and they thought that the grass in another yard was greener, or there were like lesser of two evils. There was a choice they had to make, and they thought that the choice that they made was, the correct choice, but in actuality it wasn't. So they abandoned that misguided energy that they used to make that first, I wouldn't call it an error, because everything's an experience. We're all learning. But that first path that they took, that chose them to veer off from particular goals and matters that they were trying to achieve, and they didn't really get it achieved. So they seek that better path. They go back to that elevation, that ascension, that rise of self, the higher self. So this is a card of ascending as well. And that card represents, what does it represent? Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is that limitation planet. So it's kind of limiting on your emotions. It's kind of structured around boundary when it comes to emotions. Where do you draw the line? And that's a Pisces face for Pisces, that Saturn in Pisces. And that's the first decan of Pisces. So we got two eights, y'all. Eight, that's infinity. If you turn the eight sideways, that's the infinity symbol. That's forever. You know what I'm saying? Got the Queen of Swords. She's honest. She's clear-headed. She is receptive of your thoughts. She is understanding, honest, intelligent. She represents Libra, and it's basically understanding thoughts, being receptive to thoughts. Somebody coming to you with a new idea, whereas the King of Swords would represent you going to somebody with a bright idea. Somebody coming to you with a bright idea, it can represent that. It can represent a stern woman, a woman who's been through some things and has learned a lot, Two of Swords, I always see pause, peace, call a truce, decisions to be made, choices to be balanced out. Pausing mentally is what I hear. Decisions, staying put. It's a Libra card. It's the moon in Libra. in the Libra face, and that's the first deacon of Libra, balancing things out, partnering different ideas, like paddleball, bouncing ideas off of one another. I get that energy as well with that card. Truce, peace. The Five of Pentacles can represent a bad energy when it comes to financial matters, uh, a little health issues associated with that card sometimes, but I always say faith restored, because you can recover from any storm. Every storm has to pass. Watch your coins and watch your health is what I hear when I run into that card as well. Could be some stagnation financial, some tough times, but faith will be restored when Mercury is in Taurus, in that Taurus deacon, the first Taurus deacon. And the five always speaks of change. So material changes, financial changes, changes in your health. Could be allergies. That card could represent a million things in the physical, because it's pentacles. Pentacles always represents money, health, what's in your purse, what's in your wallet, your pocketbook, your bitcoins, your investments, the things you own on the material plane. So it's a change in that department. The Ace of Swords always speaks of new ideas, new thoughts, the potential for mental clarity, a new seed of thoughts, a flash of genius, an aha moment. I'm hearing new ideas, downloads. Okay, your ancestors sending messages to you. Could be through this video, through another video that you clicked on earlier. The messages that you receive in your mental, in your intellectual department, could represent the root of your mental, where your mind came from, what side of the family, what thoughts did they hold, how did they think about the world, how did they, anything relating to the mind and the mental. And the ace is always the seed. It's always like the potential when you put that seed in the ground. Like when I put that mint root in the ground, it had the potential to either blossom or wither. My two mint plants are blossoming. So imagining those roots came from good seeds. But if you have good mental seeds in your mind, you're going to materialize good emotions, good thoughts, good manifestations, and good creations. And you're going to be a good person overall. King of Wands, that's the magician in the court cards. He's full of action. Action is needed when I see that card. Somebody needs to put in some work. Somebody needs to be creative. Somebody, spiritual mastery is needed as well. This could be business related, passion related. Passion is needed. Throw your passion into it. You know what I'm saying? That card could also represent a leader, okay, in the archetype, the leader. Enterprising, like I said, business. That card represents Aries. So, he comes marching in with his wand, full of action, full of enthusiasm, full of inventions, a pioneering energy, the first one on the land type of energy, that fire energy. Two of Wands, the waiting game. You've already put in the work. That's what this card represents. So you're just waiting a little bit, making a few decisions here and there. You've acquired the opportunity. That card comes out a lot when things are going to be successful, as far as teaching, somebody picking a path, traveling, overcoming doubts and fears, gaining dominion over your life, standing in your power. Great opportunity type card. That's Aries first deacon. That's that Mars in Aries deacon, and the Aries face of the Aries zodiacal 3 deacons. But I get the waiting game. Like you've already got things started. So it's that first initial pause after the first initiation. Your ancestors are protecting you. When the 9 of Wands comes out, I always know somebody's ancestors is around the corner. Okay. Yeah, spiritual protection is what I'm hearing right now with that card. Keep pushing. Keep on pushing. Um, there's a hedge of protection around you. This is a Sagittarius card. The moon in Sagittarius. In Sagittarius is Aries deacon. That's the middle deacon of Sagittarius. Speaking of you being protected, never neglected, always respected. It's the real Supreme Divine Masculine. Y'all check me out on Instagram at One Divine King. Check me out on Twitch at Indigenous Instrumentalist. Check me out on TikTok at Real Supreme Divine, y'all. And I'll be hanging around here on YouTube at The Real Resurrected. Shout out to all my spiritual family. Mwah. Love to you, Ava. Shout out, y'all. That's what we do, y'all. Just teaching a little bit. Tarot class, live. Indigenous forever.